It's going to be an absolutely insane day. I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
What's good, guys, and welcome to another video. So believe it or not, it's just been 3 years since I quit my 9 to 5, which is absolutely mental to think about. It's gone super quick. But what I wanted to do today is, it's been a while, it's been a good minute since I've been back there. Sometimes I just like to go and just kind of drive around the area that I used to drive, you know, come home from work from. And it's just a weird, surreal feeling to, you know, I'm still on the journey, still learning, but it's just surreal to just go back there and just feel the same emotions, the same music, all that kind of stuff that just is in the back of your mind when you go through those places like that, because it's just an event that you remember. So I'm gonna go back there today, show you a few different things, talk about a few different things, and should be really good. So let's hang tight, let's get into the video. Personal account is the main funded account on social trader tools. Not see the funded account amounts and then just rack up through there. So could be something that I don't think I'll be doing it, but it's something that people can definitely do as well. So
why wouldn't you do that?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
I guess it.
You know, you said, oh well, it's an option. You said, I don't think I would do it. Why not?
I guess because I want to get to the point where I'm not too fussed about the money. You're always going to be fussed to a certain extent, but I don't want it to affect me. So me almost being like, put my personal account on it's almost saying to myself that I can't deal with the money, so I'm taking it.
You can't
handle it, which I know we'll be able to in time. So
yeah. I was going to say the same thing, yeah. But I just wanted to hear your take on it first. Like, well, I don't want to cover up the fact that I'm trading a lot of money, because it means that in some shape or form I can't handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
Get to the point where I don't care what numbers I'm seeing on the screen. It's all minor.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah. So covering it up is you're putting a plaster over the situation rather than confronting whatever's going on up here.
Yeah, facts, 100%. So right now we're in Costa Coffee car park. I'm roughly 2-3 minutes away from where I used to work 9 to 5 for 18 months straight. And you know, people work 9 to 5 for years and years and years, so I'm extremely blessed and grateful to have only worked there for 18 months before, you know, kind of moving on to a part-time and then full-time. But yeah, so the reason I'm here is I wanted to kind of talk about a few different things. It's lockdown here in the UK, so I can't physically go and show you, well, two things. It's lockdown, number one, so I can't actually go inside, and number two, respect for the company, so I'm not going to show you the building or whatever it was. May do in the future at some point, but right now I'm going to keep that, you know, I want to be respectful of the company and not share too many things. But yeah, I worked in 9 to 5 for 18 months, and I used to come to Costa Coffee because it's only 2-3 minutes away from work. I used to come like every 2 or 3 days I come, so 2 or 3 times a week on average. Probably added up to a decent amount looking back that I could have saved, but it was all for a purpose. Didn't just want to grab a coffee. So I used to go inside. I used to get up like an hour or half an hour earlier than what I would have done. So I used to wake up, you know, 5 a.m, 5:30, just so that I could come to Costa Coffee an hour, half an hour, 3/4 an hour just before I started to work. I used to associate working in a coffee shop, so Starbucks or Costa, with freedom. Why? Because if you're working in a mundane job and you're doing the same tasks week in, week out, day in, day out, you know, I had a pretty similar schedule every single week, most weeks. So I was doing the same tasks. So Friday, do this. Thursday, do this. Wednesday, do this, etc., etc. So when you are in a situation like that, I just craved freedom. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to create my own schedule. I wanted to do things on my terms instead of when someone told me to do something. Like, I never really liked that too much. I don't know, maybe it's a personality thing. I think it's a personality thing anyway, but it's just who I am. Like, I never really liked that. I always kind of knew that even back in high school days. Like, I knew that a 9 to 5 was something I'll be prepared to do. Have to be open-minded, you have to put yourself and grow, but definitely not longer term, ideally, you know? So I always wanted to be my own boss and stuff, but yeah, I used to come in here, sit on my laptop Wednesday and Friday usually, just kind of space the days out a little bit and make the most of the experience, and just think about what it would be like to have my own schedule, to create my own money from my laptop and not have to work for anyone else, and that kind of feeling. So I used to really try and think about that a lot and just live that life. So it used to get me in a good mood for the day. And yeah, I used to do it Wednesday, Friday, grab a coffee, just sit in there, prepare for the markets. You know, looking back, I never had a clue what I was looking for, to be honest. It was a very basic knowledge. I was probably on chapter B in terms of chapter A to Z. I was on chapter B of my journey. Wasn't far into it. I think, what was I into it? A year and a half. So pretty newbie wise. And, you know, I was forecasting, preparing for trades. Yeah, just kind of bits and bats, daily goals, that kind of stuff. I used to, funnily enough, that's just come to my mind. Habits, daily goals. I used to write my daily goals in and out of work on a sticky note and put them on my desk at work and just carry that habit through. So that's something that a 9 to 5 taught me, to be completely honest. I don't want to go on a tangent here because I want to stick to the point, but it's just come into my mind then, so I'm going to roll with it. And 9 to 5 helped me so much with time management because I had a to-do list, daily goals, smash it out, move on to the next task. So super grateful for that. But yeah, you just come here every morning and just, it sounds cliche because a lot of people don't like the word, but visualize, visualize where I want it to be. And you have to become that person in your mind because before you can physically hold it in your hand. It's so true. You know, whether you consciously do it or subconsciously do it, it's true. So I've just had a look on the app. It says it's booked up. I don't think it will be. Either that or it's closed down for now, but we'll see. I've not been in time, so we're gonna have a look. But even if it is, I'm just gonna go and drive through. So it should be good. Let's do that now. Yeah, mad mate. Yeah, I used to work here. Been in here in years, bro. Years, mate. I used to park on the 3rd or 4th floor. People are gonna recognize this. Yeah, it was here, bro.
Just finished work about 15-20 minutes ago, and it's actually a pretty special day for me today because this morning I handed in my resignation notice to quit the 9 to 5 job, which feels, believe me, when you've worked hard for this and visualized this moment, this is the best moment ever for me. Like, I've literally worked so hard for this, visualize this day for absolutely ages. I'd say 9, 10 months, 11 months. Like, it's just cannot believe it. It feels insane. I'm not actually going full time yet. I'm actually going part time. But what this is going to do is this is going to allow me to focus a lot more on trading, building other projects when I want to pursue them, things like that. It's going to give me more free time. Yeah, it's just going to be absolutely epic, and I cannot wait to start it in 4 weeks' time.
So right now we're in the car park. As you see, it's pretty empty. There's a couple people on the lower degrees, but no one on this level, so I'm fine. But yeah, just wanted to share a couple of different things with you. I think it's interesting food for thought. But yeah, overall it's just weird being back here and just seeing the places that I used to go every day, reliving that, and just seeing how things have changed. You know, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, two things to bear in mind. You know, a lot of people, I think in this time are doing it anyway. I wouldn't say it's the smartest thing to kind of quit your job, but if you are thinking about it in the future or you want to quit your job, these are the two things that I would think about more often than anything else. So number one will be take pressure off yourself. You know, if you have to go through the same transition that I did from full-time working to part-time working to then full-time trading / other businesses, then just do it that way instead of going, I was obsessed with going, you know, full-time working to then full-time trading, where until I started to realize that, why do you need to do that? It puts a lot of pressure on yourself. You're not ready to make money trading yet, so don't try and force it. That was the biggest thing for me. So just take pressure off yourself, no matter what that means to you. Relieve the pressure from yourself, because the last thing that you need, especially if you're just still learning and you really want to quit, and I was super desperate to quit, to be honest, just make sure that you're being smart about things, you know. So if that means getting a part-time job and just making money on the side temporarily whilst you learn how to trade, then just do that, because the last thing that you need is learning how to trade and then trying to make money from that source of income as well when it's just not ready. You can't force it, and then that just it's going to lead to over trading. You're going to be in the markets 24/7. You're going to get into bad habits. You're going to try and make money. You're going to be scalping on the 1 minute chart. Like, you just don't need that sort of stuff. You don't need that self pressure. You don't need pressure from family members either. So just take your time, be smart, make calculated risks, and just make sure your head's in the game as well. So that'd be number one. Number two would be make sure that you've got 6 to 8 months at least, if not, I think 12 to be honest, of savings. Like, make sure you've got everything to cover expenses for the next 6 to 8 months. So, you know, most people don't anyway, but make sure you've got that as a good foundation, because if you don't have that, once again, it's just pressure. You don't need the pressure. It's going to put so much pressure on yourself to make money, to force trades. You know, if you take a couple, imagine this, right? Imagine you've just gone full-time trading, full-time working to full-time trading. Your first 2 trades are losses, right? You're down 2%. Now what starts to happen? Now you're starting to think, okay, well, this is a bad idea. I need to start making money here. I need to start forcing some trades here. Subconsciously, you're thinking that. And then before you know it, now you're down -3, -4, -5. This is you know, I couldn't think of a worse situation, to be honest. So your head's not going to be in the right space. Psychologically, you're going to be all over the place. So it's just something to think about. But yeah, those are the 2 main things that I'll think about. And I'm going to get it back in the car now. It's freezing. Something that I recommend doing as well, if you are looking to do that in the future, someone gave me some decent advice. So someone said to me when I was quitting my job, pick a song, listen to that for the next few weeks, and you'll start to remember that as that's the song that you listen to when you quit your 9 to 5. So true, it's like anything in life, but just pick a song, start listening to it, and associate that song with quitting your job, or even like hitting a certain target trading wise or whatever. Just something that recognizes that achievement in your mind. I think that helps to, you know, it's just good looking back on it when that song pops on the radio or you hear it somewhere. It's like, damn, like come a long way since then. So yeah, I do like quite a lot of things like that. But yeah, mine was Cartoon On and On by NCS, and then the next one was G-Eazy, and he's got a song called Easy, and I related to that a lot. So yeah, just pick a couple songs and then just ball out. It's just good to remember certain things like that. So I thought I would share that because someone shared that with me before I quit.
With